I'm going to show you how to take a boring piece of plywood and turn it into something beautiful. If you have a shed cabin or even a shed and you were thinking about putting in some flooring, that can get expensive. And so rather than doing that, for just a few bucks with a blowtorch and a propane tank, you can make a beautiful floor, something that is custom, special, and unique just for you. And it's real easy to do. It only takes a few minutes. So we're gonna get right to it. For safety purposes, you should have a fire extinguisher nearby. Of course, you're probably not gonna need it, but in the case of emergency, you'll be glad you have it. So what we have here is the blowtorch, and I'll put up a picture. You can get it from Home Depot or on Amazon. It's very easy to find. And then you have your standard propane tank and a wrench. And the reason we have the wrench is once you've connected this, you want to give it a couple tightens. Otherwise, you're going to get a little bit of propane leaking out. And you don't want that when you're dealing with fire, obviously. So, you just take this. So you just hand tighten it a little bit. And it goes, usually when you screw something in, you go clockwise. But for some reason, with these propane tanks, you go counterclockwise. Give it a couple good turns. It doesn't have to be like fully cranked in there, but just get it in there pretty good. Ready? Okay.
Yeah.
So first we're gonna open the propane. Yep. Then there's a little knob here. You kind of just open it a little bit, not too much. You don't want to get shocked by it. Key is you want a lighter that works.
Oh,
there we go.
fire. Look, Jack.
Fire.
Yep, fire.
Very hot. Oh! My God. Jesus.
So then we just
Hey, point that away from the house.
what?
Nothing, go ahead.
Seriously? Squeeze the lever. Stay in one spot. You're gonna burn it, but maybe you want it burned.
There's fire in it.
Now some people might not want that big dark mark. That's like actual true Shosugibon when you really burn the wheel and burn the wood and make it peel. I kind of like that look sometimes. I don't want it for the whole thing, but I like a little patch. A couple things I forgot to mention. The plywood is in sections because I had it cut when I picked it up so I could use it to make dirt bike ramps later, since I don't need a floor at this time. Also, that stencil, I bought that from Hobby Lobby. It's just a thin metal stencil. You could probably get that anywhere, and as long as it lays flat, then you can burn over it and not worry about screwing it up. And what you don't want is if it's kind of wavy or not perfectly flat, then the flame would get underneath it. And when you pull it up, obviously make sure it's not hot or use something so you don't get burned. Okay, so now we've got it burned, and what we're gonna do is stain it. So my favorite color for staining plywood under these circumstances is a golden pecan color. Doesn't matter the brand, just golden pecan. And just so I have a small can here, I'm gonna put it on with a small roller. You could use a big roller if you're doing a big floor. They got 18-inch rollers, and it's cool because you get it done so fast, and then you feel really efficient and accomplished. So we're gonna go ahead and open this up and roll on some stain. Should have put on the gloves that I bought, but I haven't. I'm too lazy to stop the film and do it. There we go. And we just roll it right on, nice and fast. Be done lickety split.
Can I close the garage?
Why?
Because it smells terrible. Like
No, leave me alone.
Well, we're sitting in this room.
I'm filming right now.
It smells. I'm filming right now. That's like
Busy here.
you. I'm filming right now. I'm just gonna shut the garage.
Well, I'm almost done.
Okay. Well, then I'm gonna shut the garage.
Go ahead, shut it.
Thank you.
And then I have some tips about marriage later, but I can't do it right now. So there we are. That took 1 can of stain, and it's already done. Probably do another coat if you wanted, but being the mediocre man, just 1 coat today. All right, next thing we're gonna do is gonna gloss it as if it was a floor. I'll put up a photo of what I like to use. I like to use the kind of gloss coat where you don't have to sand it in between coats, because I hate sanding. I just hate sanding. So if you do a coat, let it dry, I think, for a couple hours. Then you do another coat, let it dry for a couple hours, maybe do a 3rd coat, and then you have a really, really nice sheen. We're probably just gonna do 1 coat on this because we're just doing an example of what it looks like. You can use this technique with different types of wood, not just plywood. You can use pretty much any wood, and it highlights the grain. It also changes the chemistry or chemical composition of the wood, making it fire resistant, mildew resistant, rot resistant, and pest resistant. And so it's a beautiful technique, and you can look at other pictures and videos online. You'll see many types of wood using this same torching Shaosu Bond technique.
You have a super cool, unique, custom floor. Easy to maintain, easy to make, inexpensive, and beautiful.